Good Sunday morning, Northeast Ohio, and welcome to July, the month where it finally all begins here in Cleveland. Final preparations are being made and questions are being answered. First and foremost with Security Zone. No major surprises when it was revealed this week. It fell pretty much in line with what we told you last fall it would look like. Our Chris Flanagan, though, breaks it down for us.
The Secret Service releasing this map showing which roads near the Q and Convention Center will be closed throughout the convention. They are in all red. The red dots are streets that will be restricted.
If you keep in mind that this is really kind of a puzzle, and every day that we've been planning this, every puzzle piece has been put into position.
The puzzle contains a big portion of Prospect Avenue, which will be pedestrian only between Ontario and East 9th. It'll be a nuisance for workers at Barrio, but nothing they can't handle.
I think it'll be an inconvenience for everybody, but you just have to roll with it. I mean, we dealt with last Wednesday, half of us parked in Tremont and walked across the bridge. If this is what we got to do to get through and whatever's best for the staff and the community, then that's what we're going to do.
Businesses in this area will have to have deliveries sent to a remote site for inspection before they're escorted in for drop-off. Barrio is prepared.
We're stocking up as much as we can on whatever we can, and everything else, there's a couple sites that you just have to be checked in.
If you live along Prospect Avenue and need to park there will be vehicle checkpoints where federal agents and canines will check your car and let you through. Secret Service claims it'll take about 2 minutes.
We encourage people to come downtown. They may have to alter their plans a little bit as far as their routes, or they may have to change their hours where they come in.
Well, the bottom line is if you live or work downtown, I'll share with you the same advice that the Secret Service shared with the people of Philadelphia last fall when they played host to Pope Francis. Treat the week like you would a major snowstorm that you know is coming. Get what you need to have in, and if you need to get around or in or out of downtown, use public transportation. Well, during the week of the convention, every inch, as you can imagine, of available space is in use downtown, and that includes one of the city's oldest building that has rarely seen summertime use. The Cuyahoga County Republican Party is taking over Gray's Armory, the place that was Cleveland's largest auditorium when it opened in 1893. This floor is where Cleveland's first auto show was held in 1903 and where the Cleveland Orchestra put on their first concert 15 years later. The week of the convention, the Cuyahoga County Republican Party will host convention watch parties here with concerts to follow. To make it happen, the Armory, which normally shuts down in July and August, is installing air conditioning for the first time, which in addition to allowing them to stay open, helps them to better care for the historic collection.
We have artifacts that are dated pre-Civil War. We have money from Confederate money from the Civil War. We have a lot of textiles, a lot of pictures, a lot of paper that to finally have humidity and climate control will do a lot.
In addition, they're installing 2 handicap lifts that will allow access for the first time to the parts of the building where a lot of those historic artifacts are being kept. Well, during the week of the convention, another popular spot for military busts will be the Soldiers and Sailors Monument, which now overlooks a brand new public square. Got rededicated this week, and our Derek Waller was there.
The band played as children danced in these brand new fountains.
It's so good to have something downtown for kids.
All a part of this official rededication.
This is your public square
that we've seen before. This is News Channel 5 video of the last dedication on July 16th, 1986. That's the late Mayor George Voinovich. Now 30 years and $50 million later, it's happening again. This time, downtown's new city councilman, Kerry McCormick, says we're already seeing the positive effects.
New York Life is one of the companies that moved, I think it was 350 jobs to right off the square.
There's new restaurants moving in too. All that money for the trees, new pavement, grass, fountains, and underground infrastructure came from a combination of state and local tax dollars, bonds, and private donations. But at least today, the Mitchell's ice cream was free.
Yeah. Free is good.
Jacqueline White has worked downtown for years. At first, she balked at the price, but not now.
This is the heart of the city, and everybody comes down here, and I think it is an improvement. And so it proved me wrong, so I'm one of those persons. I'm very satisfied.
Satisfied as well are convention organizers with the work that is taking place over at the Q, where workers continue their efforts around the clock, a testament to the trades and teamwork. Much like the sections of an orchestra combine the musical chaos of sound and skill to create a symphony, teams of tradesmen, carpenters, electricians, and painters apply their different talents to create a convention set. Their coda or ending will be this.
This stage that we've designed is probably one of the most advanced stages ever put together.
It will feature a 636-panel screen behind the speaker displaying the latest in technology, 10 million pixels, 1,700 square feet. It will take them 2 days to put up.
It's not putting up a small, a stage for a Madonna concert or something. There's a lot that goes into this.
Donald Trump called the 2012 Tampa Convention the single most boring convention he'd ever seen. He wanted more showbiz out of this year's. Much of the set design was done before he won the nomination. That being said, there were tweaks at his urging.
So I think the enhancements that we've made, along with the Trump campaign, have make a set design and a stage that's going to be, I think it's going to be the best one we've ever had.
Because of the convention, the Cavs team shop, which has been one of the most popular places in town, has to move to a temporary location across from the Jack Casino at Ontario and Prospect. Before they close for the day on Thursday, though, they got a special customer, Vice President Joe Biden, who did like thousands of customers before him had done and buzz in for a couple of quick T-shirts, including one for his boss.
For Barack, for the president. This is for my chief of staff, is a Cleveland guy. I am so tired of hearing about Cleveland. I love it. But he is an obnoxious fan. And he has 4 kids, 3 boys and a girl. So I'm getting him each of his kids something. And this is for the president.
And I'm getting this one for the vice president.
That's right. I tell you what, man, I'm ready. I'm going to be dressed in style.
Afterwards, Biden and Senate candidate Ted Strickland took time to pose for pictures in a spot that will be popular with visiting Republicans in 2 weeks, the LeBron mural. Well, the week ahead really marks the last week for Cleveland to prepare for the start of the convention because, believe it or not, many of the delegates are going to start arriving next weekend for the Platform and Rules Committee meetings that are going to start taking place a week from tomorrow. Well, we call this segment Democracy 2016, and on this day, we remember the roots of that democracy born 240 years ago tomorrow in Philadelphia. With Democracy 2016, I'm John Kosich. Enjoy your Sunday and happy 4th.